We're heading to northeast Vietnam. It's another side of Vietnam that tourists don't really get to see. The terrain is hilly and mountainous, so there's a lot of things we need to be cautious of, but at the same time be curious about. That's what we're here for, to learn and experience. Up to the forest, down to the sea, as the Vietnamese saying goes. So we're heading to In the Mountain. So it's about a 1 hour drive by bike to get there. So yeah, let's follow the journey. We'll see how we go and how the road is. So let's go. When you're driving, you are constantly seeing the beautiful Ha Long Mountains. Then not only that, but when you finally get to the road, it just opens up this vast skyline of just mountain ranges surrounding you. Before heading there, we needed to stop and grab some breakfast. Some quick food to get us going for the morning and warm us up. It was surprisingly cold in this area, but more windy than anything. When we stopped, we noticed the temple and thought to check it out and see what it was all about. We're just at a temple. Weren't supposed to stop here, so but we saw it and we thought, oh, this looks interesting, so I thought we'd check it out a little bit, see what it's all about. So yeah, let's have a look. The amazing thing is, as soon as you step into the temple grounds, you're greeted with the sound of beautiful wind chimes swaying in the wind. Beautiful and serene. We were greeted by one of the main monks. He was kind enough to give us a booklet just on the ways of Buddhism, and we accepted the gesture of kindness. Alright guys, so we just finished up here, so we're just going to continue on the journey, and that's up the mountain, so that's where we're off to now. Let's go. We were stopped along the way because I guess like everywhere this time has been perfect to do a lot of roadworks and fixes. We just waited until they got the gravel ready and moved, and we were on our way. Alright, we're about to catch a cable car up to the mountain. They offer it here, so it's like perfect. We can get there easy and still have time for the rest of the day, so perfect though. Into the Mountain is quite something. It's owned by Into Legacy, a hotel chain. They have it all done up, and at the bottom is the hotel, but it's made to replicate the grounds and surrounding areas of an old dynasty era kingdom. It's quite fascinating to see and something a little different. So we took the time to explore the area and the replica buildings and designs. Then onto the gondola we went, and of course, as is usual, not everything goes to plan. So we're on the gondola now. If it's windy and you're scared of heights, don't come when it's windy, because it is literally blowing us left, right and centre at the moment. So yeah, just a heads up. But the view, beautiful.
It's good that we have like the whole thing to ourselves.
Yeah, that's pretty rare on the cable car. But as we're getting closer to the top, my head is slamming.
We're only halfway.
No. Then you catch it all the way up there. We got here.
We made it.
Yeah? How was it? How'd you feel?
A bit scary.
I know, right?
Very windy.
I got on me, mate, cop it. Freaking swinging left, right and centre.
Take me
Probably one of the worst ones, so I've experienced anyway. Fun and games, fun and games. Once we got to the main points, we decided to just wait a little to see if the weather would calm down or clear up. The weather wasn't budging, if anything it was getting worse. Alright, so that's a bust. The wind is so strong everything stopped, so the gondola stopped as well. So we're going to walk down now. It is strong as, guys, it's ridiculous. Whoa, man, that's bad. Alright, so we got to the bottom. What a walk. But we got here, so it's a plus. Freaking legs are shaking a little bit because it's very steep. It's actually not bad. It was pretty worthwhile, I think. Took some awesome pictures. The wind calmed down, so perfect. It's less cold now, but yeah, we're here. Did you enjoy it though? Was it nice?
Yeah, it's a nice long walk.
Yeah.
Not little, but long walk. 2 kilometers.
Yeah, 2 kilometers.
With a lot of stairs.
Yeah, steep, yeah. So today we're heading to Binh Lieu. It's going to be a 4-hour drive. Basically, last towns in Vietnam before you get into China. So interesting. We're going to go see. The road to Hoanh Mo. It may not be for everyone. It's heavily congested with trucks that are heading to China and vice versa. But due to the mountainous terrain, the roads tend to be on an incline of 10 to 15%. But the drive is spectacular, going through the little towns of the region. So we got to Binh Lieu. It's quite interesting though, being very strict on letting foreigners in the area. A few Westerners that have come in groups. They will open up there, they've said, but they're just strict at the moment. And when you get here, they need to call the local authority and just confirm with them if that's okay. And then they let you know if you can stay at this specific homestay anyway. The place we stayed at was located just outside of border town. I guarantee you that you'll be turning your head in awe of the picturesque scenery. That's China in the distance over there. Crazy. See the gate? Gate's down there. And the mountain in the back. Alright, let's go through the bushes. Ready to go? Of course, along the way we stopped to take pictures and just take in this amazing place. We got back to border town hoping to get some photos and footage. But the warning we got earlier from the homestay, we thought it best to stay on the safe side and keep a low profile. As the sun set, we made our way back to the homestay. But along the way we started to notice the Highlanders. They must have been finishing work for the day and were heading home. We made our way to the famous waterfall. But unfortunately our bike couldn't handle the steep inclines. But we made sure to just take our time and embrace this beautiful scenery, with the sunset as our backdrop. We ended up only staying a night as we weren't sure how much time it would actually take us to see everything. Again, stopping along the way and just taking in the beautiful scenery of this region. We stopped at one of the farms, where we noticed a few Highlanders were working. It's beautiful to see them in the fields with their beautiful garments. I kindly asked if I could record them, and they allowed it. One lady was kind enough to let me get some footage and a quick picture. I thanked her for taking the time, but I didn't want to hold her up. So we continued to peak 1305, but boy were we in for it. We didn't think the steep inclines could get any worse than yesterday. We're getting there slowly. As you can see, it's getting a bit narrow now, the road. I did it now, T will do it next. Yep, we are walking 2 kilometers to get to the place, so we'll see how we go. This is freaking steep. I'm not sure if you can see it from here, but I'm going to try to point it out. Right there, there's a path you can go to the peak.
Man, 2 people is too much for that bike to handle.
The road is closed off. It's annoying. Oh, it's there to protect us, so a little bit further and see how it looks up there. And then, yeah, I guess we call it a day then. Must have been a mudslide. Just blocked a little bit of the road off. They've closed it off. Oh, we'll see what else is up ahead. So obviously the road is blocked, so we haven't gone the whole way, but we've decided to at least come to this point, so at least we get some awesome views. We made the decision to call it a day, but I wanted to grab some footage of this beautiful place before leaving, until the beautiful trees and mountains blocked the signal. I was able to land the drone safely, as I could still hear the drone in the distance. Luckily, someone found it. I knew that it couldn't be that far away, so I ran ahead and heard the sound of a bike in the distance. And to my surprise, it was this gentleman that knew it belonged to me. Saved our drone.
Is it? He picked it up?
Yep. Because it landed and he had it on the back of the bike. So,
come on.
He informed us that the road splits into 2 and that the road on the right is actually the correct one that leads to peak 1305. We actually took the road for locals. Information is scarce for this region, and the information that is available is in Vietnamese, and not all information is clear. It's these unique experiences that we get that are part of the journey, and will be the things we'll remember. Really though, that's travel. You can't always go to plan, and you can't always expect it to. With it getting late, we jumped on the bike and got out of there. Back onto the highway and straight to Ha Long City. making it back at night just in time for some late dinner. Korean barbecue but Vietnamese barbecue style, we were in. Knowing that we were heading to Hanoi today, we got up nice and early and walked around our hotel and explored the city a little. Ha Long City is another place that rarely gets the attention it deserves, but it's a beautiful city that is just surrounded by the giants that are the mountains. They are everywhere you look, worthwhile just walking around and absorbing how small you really are compared to these giants. We will be catching a bus to Hanoi from here. So we've organised that with the hotel, which they were kind enough to do that. So it'll be at checkout time. So about 12:01. Yeah, perfect. But yeah, we're just walking around the city, exploring it a little bit at the moment before we go. So it's a bit early, but nice, sun's out already. We walked around a little longer and then went to grab some breakfast. Just go get some breakfast now, so we're going to do that. And something that's a little specific to the region. Beautiful and tasty squid.
Squid cake instead of fish cake in Holland. In Holland they have squid cake.
This region is such a hidden place that it is yet to be fully seen by tourists. A lot of people stop at Ha Long Bay and call it a day, and it's such a mistake. There is so much more to see and do. It's still unexplored.